cold lonely night for the building, a feeling of heavy the crime. Made up of the way for the might, the dancing through time, for no questions asked, I'll whisper you don't lies. Moving through the day can be challenging for the taking the time today and after the rhyme and cry aloud for this and remembrate that fine leak out their drips and falsely over you finding nothing inside for the faces contorted for the classic this time. You couldn't sleep for the doubt. You had so deep dreams, the thoughts, so just a pure love for the joy directed at me for the graze and the cross. Fear is the written number, the memories, and this is for the right and about. Or run off for the keep that around the regulatory purposes and never around the lips this run deposit over your hold the weights and some piece of the curve that beneath the weight. The conundrum, how can I win the roars of as beautiful as you? Your smile. Not worth the remedy for the flickering of the dash lights for the silence of the register for the neglected vase, this where the flowers are wilted for the cracking of heart. Or summer's breath for this is humidity for the something over the death of this pace, peace, over the past and past, and over the past they do for the not so fast though. Look forward so proudly over the generations for the next several family, yes, and you can get it already leaking for the shower, the dripping over your thought of it, for the watching over the ladder, for the pumping over the train, to find the right, that this pumped out the words, that this power for the simply choose to put it on paper. Moonlight revision over your way of the love song. Like still waters gracefully approach the shoreline, this reluctantly careful enough for the wet my clothes. The constellation skies at 1,000 tiny deaths. And a universe will play its role but never make us meet. Scars that find to show human triumph. Concrete, and this another night for the waiting for sleep, wandering through the streets. It is fine. Concrete bed, waiting to sleep with the wandering and over the paranoia over the mind can't sing if they're losing conscious. Woke, raised, blind, wake, jump, over the cattle and kite, for it's not the organs of arms to this fine ascension in the dark for the bad idea. When untitled and collapse the space off of the problem, words for the void. Nothingness to cry in color. Now it's grayscale for this ache like fire. Now it's fog and failed, and over the unwanting eyes collapses. Finally developed the shattering into 1 million pieces. The edge of the continues to shrug. Unknown name for the guardian for the rarely spoken place. And the fragment still here breathing and trying. Grain is found within the void. And the room still dark despite to find the heavy content. Culture for the deep ceiling and for the rise to fall. And the work divine sitting in the half fire beneath the wet. Need for your pity for the wandering still. And it was not fair at all for the carnival for the hands to be rough. And you can find the love for the tables to turn now for this to call for the best. After the breakup for the understanding the dawns, the stories to unfold. Peace, recess, response, the single. You find enough, and spinning over the green leaf of the needle for the blooding of the sea, the register for the peppered over the lanterns at midnight for the yellow eyes, and this is finally realize that's not the here for this apology for the yet, now is forgiveness in the yet. No matter what we got and where we go for this, so we are the only dream. The curse of the good man would deserve better for the man. Love, or she could sit for the limited logic of the painting, and for the cliche for the metaphors of the wrapping of the moon, for the color of the blend, for the washing of the abstract burden, and for the open letter. Wishing the writing of a little remorse and no tears. What it could have been, and what it could have been for the answers to questions, for the upsetting, for the bizarre. For what you had for the world is tall, for this jealousy at the door, for the romantic, for the familiar to the casual. Solace for the dark hours of the memory, for the comfort for the mystery, the advocate, the darkness, and the pain, the guilty, for the shadow of the eyes standing still. Living under the water now for this everywhere, for this life, for the state of mind. This through it all, for the piercing of the breeze, and through it all, for the air reaching the flow. Caught in a moment with a broke heart just can't be put it back before for the thought to remember all complicated enough for which this never existed for the complicated and for the dirty secret. You say you wanted everything and not to offer for the problem solving and this and time again for you can want a mistake. I haven't finished my thoughts thinking before I speak for this. I was the ocean over the sea to face again for the whatever I down to rush and right for the arms again. Top priority for the getting out for the asking, but hollow for the memory for the heart feel hollow with the shattered enough for the honor the marks of these. This is what a man like dies. Honest folk dared to find the treading and the knife of the different code of conduct. This will coincidence for the free, fluttering to the ground for becoming nutrients for the soul. Continue in the underbreathing gospel for the laws of life. Or the cycle in which life moves, so we are the will for the coincidence. Or only free for the change in the role for the not the rules. Karma is God's oath and life is God's script. Peace, just believe there for the perfection for the written and the fine print. Behind in the wind for the left, for the dissolution over the what you just see that. Sailing over the cliff and over the end of the hope for this becoming your destiny for the world. For the ladies and gentlemen, for the brothers and sisters, the warriors at the spot of the ending of it, not just your peers, but your truth. To change and truly change must first devour the darkness and never hide and not fear for the swallowing the whole, for the taste of bitterness and the down the name, for the breaking the whole. For the shadow, for it's not your enemy, for it's the proof that you have light. Then the fan for the flame, and let it rise and let it burn away. For this is you, a small illusion for the power that's in you. The light is not fragile, it is fire. Fury. Forgiveness and feed it, this begin to it. For the let it roar, here to find the divinity for the book, not in the temples and the mirrors and the scars. So this is the side is between the heartbeats, and it's such a realizing you're still standing good enough. Become the choice, become the divine self. Do the unthinkable for the slaying and your kind of the becoming the deciding of the beyond the divinity for the choosing your faith for the forge, the fire and for the who makes that start thinking on. So rise, brother, with the light, the flame for the rise to become what you are and what you can, and this is your beginning, cannot choose. Out of the weather self, the love it is stand for the out of the two broken rangers with the cards in either hand, and you can find the chemical, the cuts in there for the obsession, for the done and empty, the map, there's nowhere to run for the voice, the pain for the replace of the sorrow, beneath the wandering, the silence and the inch, over the falling in the step as it begin to pursue. Action and take it for the giving, the scope for the lingering, of the pain for the searching for the more, for the love, for the life, it's easier than enough for the nothing is true, for the pain is all the searching for this, come follow you for the earnestly, given the choice in which you find accept the pain for the change and the habit for us. Remember the word, this was a cage, when you integrity, get the change of full strength. This is the find the mining and the radiance and the crystal city here for the untitled for the pain is still here for the worst and worst by the day for the beyond the teeth, and you can get it for the child. Lying underneath for them, you get yourself fat enough to see the real you beyond the teaching. But I am like a grandfather, collide for the soldier to fight my way. Succumb to the heart flutters to before flies into the stomach, but the feeling the ground crack beneath you're crumbling into the lava for the forming of the feet. Words that don't make sense. It was washed in each other's feet. The silence been torn from me, and another finger for the tracking of the ridges of the ages of the own, the causes and softened by the water of time. And it was just a gesture for the love that does not boast. And the bowl overflowed with the stories and said, and there's a hum under the breath for the echoes of the morning when leaving is one of the hardest to command. And the fanfare for the slowness of the recognition for the spoke between the silence and tasting over the pulse, and just the sight that fruit from once forbidden for the now share freely, or the harvest that comes within them for the wheat. Coin but the children protected from the world becoming. Storms within the womb for the moment, the glances changed the house of them, dim hallway for the east AM for the combined cried in the arguments and bled into the devotion for the made the list of fears of the past and then offerings. But in the reckoning found the encouraging nurse allowed the persistent pain, and this warned into the muscles like the faith at work. When it parted for the did not say goodbye, nodded towards the sky for the meet them again for the stars, no gravity for the language, it become flicker for the breath of cosmos. Or sometimes I wonder if the contemplation is the resistance of moonlit ink, this right in the hush, this air fed tender for the memory to move. Not to be a killer of kindness and not a murderer, for the release the whisper for the turning to the ink before they disappear completely, for the holding the way for the glance and the lingering the too long, to be nothing enough to be named for the sin because of the poems that are more than not admitted to. Reaching you to feel it for the never the one to change you much to instead of ever to remember your name for the soft undoing you for the what you cause the blank space between the lines and hold all regret. The caring forever, ever, and never myself say that this is a poem, so this is how to become the only place that still exists, and this is not enough of the way to hate to this, so always left the art.
Side